some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
Shout out to the Ruler Report, my keyway partner up out of Ohio, no way out. He say that Wack100 got Spoety face page to it. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Spoety face and his YouTube page is like curse. Day uno, cuz been putting up pages, getting motion, and they just poof. And usually it be with no real distinct, we don't be knowing how. It's crazy. He flipped on me like he did. Because every other page he got to, but unless he was calling more people, talking more than he was talking to me, I was amongst his main people he was bouncing it off of. I knew how frustrated he was. He would call me. I would try to help him get it back. We'd call Alex, or I suggest he call Alex, because Alex is a lot more knowledgeable in the subject than I am. Alex has helped a lot of people get their page back, or prevented it from being taken right when it was being threatened. So I don't know what happened, but he say Wack100 did it. I don't know how he's so sure Wack100 did it, but I can tell you this: I don't get no bully, harassment, strike claims ever, ever, ever. And y'all can see the plethora of subjects I cover, the many of people who come up. But I recently got a takedown because I reacted to a video of Neckbone from my Paru going in on Wack100. And I mean, I don't understand how a grown-ass man who run his mouth on this internet, being everybody business, disrespectful, say whatever, talk about people mama, threaten 1,500 to do whatever to whoever, everybody's a bitch, go fuck it, woo, woo, woo. And then you will go tattletale on who, how you try to classify it. Oh, it ain't the police. I don't give a f. It wasn't the police when we was outside playing in the yard and you ran in the house tattletelling. Tattletales have never been accepted amongst the cool kids. I don't give a f. We finna see what the Ruler Report has to say about Wack100 allegedly getting Spoety face channel to it.
Now, Spoety face been getting into it with a lot of people on the internet. I mean, he came into the game, as far as me knowing who he was, actually kind of getting into it with people on the internet. That person would be Brick Baby. I can recall him, his cousin, Forrester, showing up at the No Jumper building, trying to check Brick Baby about some things that Brick Baby
couldn't get in. And where did he end up? The black box. He called me and respectfully asked, hey, homie, is your platform open? And I obliged, allowed him to come. Because after that session, on my mama, when we got off my live, and nigga looked at his phone and was like, 40 crib, I just got 1,000 new followers. He was ecstatic, elated for weeks and months following that day. His main appeal was to me was like, I need to get back on the black box. I need to get on the black box. Bro, from that moment on, I've done so many things as far as be assistive in regards to him pushing his, whatever we call his career, presence, journey on the internet. Having never done one thing anti or foul toward cuz. Turned him on the platforms, walked him in the doors, introduced him to people. While he was just incarcerated, he was calling me, humble as fuck. As soon as he came home, guess where he was at? In the black box.
Said online. Now, while that might have been 2 years ago, he's been actually getting into it with other individuals since then. You know, we have a long list of people. DC Baby Draco, Doughboy, Wack100. And his latest incident, him getting into it with J Hood as well as Compton Rick Rock. Now, Spoety face has always portrayed himself as somebody that's been about peace. but there hasn't been a lot of peace surrounding Spoety Face since he entered this game on YouTube. And with that being said, he also used his platform to not only react to people, but to also speak his opinion and his voice about some of these individuals who he bumped heads with on YouTube. Now, with that being said, Spoety Face's YouTube was actually taken down because he received 3 strikes in one day. Now, Bunchy B would go live, and he would.
How they always get cuz. I mean, I don't give a fuck. He ain't saying nothing everybody else ain't saying. He ain't saying nothing so egregious. This is at least his 3rd or 4th channel, cuz, that I am aware of, bro. That is crazy. I don't know why they so successful at knocking cuz shit down.
Call Compton Rick Rock and ask Compton Rick Rock, was he involved with taking down Spoety Face's YouTube channel?
I'll read a couple more while you going.
No, hold on, not yet. Hold on.
What up, what?
Hey, Rick Rock.
Yeah.
All right. I ain't gonna, you live, bro. So if you don't want to be live, I'm gonna hang up.
Nah, I don't do that. What's cracking? What's cracking? What's up with it? What's cracking?
Hey, look. They saying you got Spoety Face page to striking them or however it go, because I don't know how that go because I never did it. But first of all, is that true?
Hell no, I don't do that.
I cannot, for the life of me, under any circumstances, imagine going to say, hey, he did this so someone could get in trouble. To try to report any type of activity done toward me to cause someone to suffer consequences, it's just not something I can't imagine, bro. Can't imagine.
Like that's whole shit.
So that wasn't true.
Nah, when you strike somebody, it shows you on the email who struck you. I don't do that. I don't strike niggas. I don't stop. I don't give a fuck about what kind of problem I got. I don't stop niggas from getting their money.
Okay. All right. My next thing, because I didn't run across the content. I'll scroll past reactions, but I never clicked on it. You said niggas beefing with Wack is busters. Okay, so you said that because people at the same building as them and they ain't did nothing, right?
Go ahead.
I'm not. That's you. I'm saying so niggas busters that's beefing with Wack, right?
No, if niggas got a problem with Wack and they work up there, look, what's understood don't need to be explained.
No. I'm saying what you were saying. I'm
gonna say what I would do. You know,
okay.
If a nigga got a problem with somebody, you don't give a nigga action to handle it on their frame time, on how they want to do it. If you got a problem with somebody, get your man.
Now, in my experience of getting maybe a copyright strike or somebody requesting that I take something down, generally you do get the email as well as the name of the individual or the name that they're using who actually hit your page for the request to take down that content or the copyright strike. Now, as far as somebody actually hitting you up for what they're saying that Spoety Face actually was, charged with on YouTube, that normally comes from your comment section, or it could just come from individuals who have YouTube accounts, and you just got a mass army of people who hit your page up. I remember back in the day, Tommy Sotomayor and other individuals used to get hit up in the same way. Now, with that being said, Compton Rick Rock is saying that he had nothing to do with it. And while a lot of people were pointing the finger at Compton Rick Rock, I ain't gonna lie, I believe that Compton Rick Rock didn't have
Rick Rock ain't did that bullshit either. I don't believe so either.
Anything to do with it. Now, while on Instagram last night, I was posting and, resharing other people's content, just trying to get my real views up. And, I've been trying to build my Instagram presence up to promote the YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I can get a little more motion going and build this Ruler Report brand. Well, while doing that, I came across a post by none other than Wack100. And Wack100 will have some pretty interesting things to say, not only about Spoety Face's page getting took down, but he also would issue a warning to Young and Hefe, who's currently in jail fighting the hot one.
Oh, man, I just been chilling at the house, relaxing the day, got my motorcycle worked on. You know, when I'm loud, I'm having fun. When I get quiet and I get in that think tank and I get to plotting and planning, I start executing. I know what you're thinking. What Shaggy say? It wasn't me. Or was it?
But cuz that is exactly what you are supposed to say if you're saying anything. Oh my mama, some niggas ain't really mad. They want to be gangsters, they want to be crooks. But if you can't look the police in the eyes and tell them I wasn't there, even though they looking at you on the camera, and stare them in the back of their soul and make them second guess what they thinking, get out the game. Don't say nothing. Don't make no statement. It wasn't me, motherfucker.
And Hefe.
You know how these white people just all got on code and act like Carmelo Anthony got it dealt with fairly? This is how they say this. They say this is what happened. Yeah, a guy goes into the wrong tit and he asks to leave it and he stabs a guy. They rush all through all the other elements to make it be that's what happened. It wasn't me. We don't owe you reparations. That's how you got to stick to it. And it's, I was going to get toilet paper, man. Shut your mouth.
Batter up. You up next. Stay tuned. Maybe Friday. Maybe next week. I'm going to sit back and watch your behavior, depending on what that may be.
Bro, imagine a man claiming to be happily married or involved. You got motorcycles and millions. You're 50 age, close to 49, 50 something has been there. And you on here worried about plotting and planning and executing and some shit about another man. A man that you have never actually met. You're enjoying being that involved and intertwined in what another man got going on. You got all this energy to exert toward another man. On top of all the energy and interest we see you exert toward all these other men. And deep.
I'll get to it. Rest of y'all enjoy your night.
Now, I think it's pretty interesting to point out one thing about this post. Wack100's caption says a lot. Now, in his caption, he says, "Here comes that man again. Mr. Porter," he's speaking to Damian Porter. "I'm sparing you due to my 6'10" partner. Don't test the waters. It don't cost but a stack." And boom, it's a wrap. Now, by Wack100 saying that, one would assume that it's only costing Wack100 $1,000 to get these pages up out of here. Now, while some of y'all may say that it's unfair for Wack100 to get these people's pages taken down, some people are calling him out on this in his comments. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there's no
a
real
guy bold enough to say some shit like this.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What would you expect for someone? Remember how it wasn't me. See how confident he tells his lies? Look at him again.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
But he's indicating he's being deceptive by way his eyes is rolling off one more time. Just a case study.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
There was absolutely nobody under God's bright sun that would doubt what he had just stated. He said it was so much confidence, it flowed off. It was such a detail unnecessary to even make the point. That was a lie on top of a lie, because he was lying, placing me at an incident, explaining why he had this rapport with me. So he lied. I wasn't even at this incident. So that was another lie that we were having this conversation. He was just lying about me on me. Then he just threw in that he knew me since juvenile. This is y'all, I can't believe y'all get this dude this much tick without laughing at him. And ruler report, I know you ain't finna say it ain't no rules, and you got the rules in your name. Come on, I'm gonna bag it up a little bit.
At the end of the day, there's no real rules to this game. Like, there may be a mass army of people sharing other
Shit.
people's content, you know, just trying to get my real views up. We had some pretty interesting things to say. Doing that, I came across a post by none other than Wack100. And Wack100 will have some pretty interesting things to say, not only about Spoety Face's page getting took down, but he also,
depending on what that may be.
but a stack, and boom, it's a wrap. Now, by Wack100 saying that, one would assume that it's only costing Wack100 $1,000 to get these pages up out of here. Now, while some of y'all may say that it's unfair for Wack100 to get these people's pages taken down, some people are calling him out on this in his comments. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, there's no real rules to this game. Like, there may be some unspoken.
There ain't no made to it, bro. You a grown man. You a keyway. Whatever it is, bro. You got to stand on some type of principles, bro. You would be boo-boo if we was at grandma's house and we was outside playing and you ran in the house being a tattletale. That rule has been in since day one. What do you mean there's no rules to this game? This is the game of life, and it's graduated to the game of real niggas. So we can keep the gang shit out of it. Just the game of solid individuals. All the different nuances don't matter if you're standing on principles. The principles are incorporated in anything we participate in, bro.
Shouldn't do that, or, you know, people may feel like individuals shouldn't be reporting people or getting people's pages taken. But at the end of the day, it's just like the beef with Drake and Kendrick. A lot of people, you know, said that Drake was whining and crying because,
bro, you're not here to keep representing and pointing out what a lot of people say. We can all hear what a lot of people say. You are here to give your perspective. I want to hear what you think. You be too middle of the road and neutral too many times, cuz. Ain't nobody gonna get mad at you, and if they do, so what? Gotta keep it a Google, facts over feelings.
Kendrick and them was basically saying that he was a PDF file, although that may not have been true. There is no rules to this engagement. There's no rules in battle.
It ain't got nothing to do with going tattletelling. That is you comparing apples and oranges.
Rap. And there's no rules in battling on YouTube. You know, you got to understand the individual that you're dealing with. Now, I don't think that Wack100 has been silent about, you know, him or other individuals around him possibly getting people's pages took. I remember there was a situation between Wack100 and Hassan Campbell, where Hassan Campbell either lost his page or monetization or something. And I do believe that Wack100 actually claimed responsibility for this situation. Now, I would
y'all don't remember a few Father days ago, he woke up and announcing massive strikes and takedowns of multiple channels on Father's Day. Come on, bro. This is the most clockwork weirdo amongst us.
Post that video that we just listened to on his page on my Instagram page as well, and Wack100 will actually come and comment. Now, my caption would say, Wack100 warns Young and Hefe after Spoety Face YouTube account gets suspended. And Wack100's comment would be, at least I warn him. Now, you can take that as Wack100 openly admitting not only that it was him that got Spoety Face's page taken down, but that Young and Hefe possibly would be next if he didn't start talking a little different while he's posting these videos from jail. And although I disagree with Young and Hefe posting videos while he's locked up, I'm guessing he's doing it to keep some type of revenue coming in.
Ain't no excuse for being on the internet, running your mouth, clout chasing, wanting to be heard when you in the belly of the beast and you supposed to be programming. You can't make that cool. No way, no how.
During his incarceration,
post conviction, and you have a platform, and now you finding a way to flip it respectfully, because it's crazy to be online. Maybe it should be off camera and on the tablet, and you create content that way. hearing the CDC announcement would, hopefully, we would think, it hasn't worked yet, keep him in the mind of minding his tongue, and it will also add a nuance to the actual rawness and realness of the content that he would be attempting to create. But fighting a murder case, open case, and speaking on it over the phone onto platforms, especially when the white host say, hey, I don't know if I should be asking you this right after you call yourself going big on a black dude for speaking on your case. And he's telling you, hey, bro, I ain't never speak on your case. But then the white boy jump on and say, hey, I don't know if I should speak on your case, but hey, if they say this is about the, and you go right in as friendly as you can and indulge in the conversation. Goofy.
Listen, people got to understand who they're dealing with. Wack100 is an individual who actually has openly said that there is no way that an individual could dictate how he responds to what he perceives as disrespect. And if that means getting you up out of here and getting your YouTube page up off of YouTube, he's willing to do that because, again, he feels like an individual is disrespecting him. So there's no limit to where he will or will not go when it comes to his retaliation against these individuals who call themselves going at him on YouTube. Now, again, you know, I know Spoety Face was trying to do his thing on YouTube. The views was there. He was just starting to gain traction as far as subscribers. A lot of his videos was hitting the 20,000.
I know he hot, cuz. You don't understand how many times he been through this, cuz.
30,000.
I don't like ugly, cuz. You turned on, and I'm not saying I created anything for you, but there has not been one individual that do this, a homie black nigga, that has allowed him to access what they had available as far as resources more than me. Nobody. And if you quantify all the interactions we had together that you can consider positive to whatever mystery negativity that exists between us that he's creating in his mind to cause him to lie, support other lies, and do all this negative energy toward me, whatever I've done to cause him to do that, you gotta, boy, you know how much positive, generous, benevolent things I've done toward and moments he and I have shared of camaraderie that there's no way whatever in his mind I did that is not cool or whatever he got fixed in his head could quantify and outweigh all these other things that we've experienced. This is some of the weirdest energy I have ever observed in these YouTube streets. Cuz was a homie. I've done absolutely nothing ever in life but help Cuz. E-double.
Mark, so me doing YouTube and him doing multiple videos a day, I know that those numbers, if he's monetized, was creating revenue for him and his family. Now, at this time, I don't know if Spoety Face is going to start this other channel he was talking about now, or
I don't know if we prove Wack took it. I'm pretty sure Spoety Face may be convinced of this at this point based on everything that they went through and everything considered. And it might not be far-fetched, bro. All I know is this ain't the first time. It might be the worst time, but this is at least the third or fourth time.
Get you some money, you're gonna feel different.
Straight up.
You might even, all that other advice I could have gave you, this is the short version. You know, get you a couple dollars, man. You're gonna feel different.
Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.